Guys, welcome to another fun and exciting Tool Tuesdays here on the Stoney Ridge Farm, brought to you in part by Northern Tool. Stay tuned to the end of the video and I'll tell you how to win a Northern Tool gift card. Woo! Excuse me. Oh, Daddy likey. We are down here at the Micro Shop. The Micro Shop is my carport building right here beside my residence, my house, and it is so full of stuff. I can't get anything else in sideways. We've got all kinds of cool stuff in the shop to work with, but we don't have room to work with them, so I'm having to pull things out onto the porch. That's kind of sad. So today's video is going to be awesome. Today we're going to be showing you some cool tools from Northern Tool and Equipment. This video is brought to you in part by Northern Tool and Equipment. Great company. I stand by Northern Tool and Equipment's product. It's a family-owned business. I thank you so much for helping support rural content. So what we're going to be doing here is putting together and using this NorthStar compressor setup right here. This is a gas-powered compressor setup that I can mount to a trailer or a side-by-side or a pickup truck, or just have it on wheels like I have right here for mobile air. So we're always in need of mobile air on the farm, whether you've got a pickup truck like for a welding business or whatever you might have. This is the ticket right here, guys, for sure. We also have some cool air tools that we're going to show you, a little air tool kit, and we're going to be retiring some of this old stuff. So this is from another store, which I won't name, but it was definitely substandard for our last furniture building project. So without further ado, let's get into some of the specs, and we're going to go ahead and get this thing all put together. We'll show you what you'll need to do straight out of the box once you get it to your place. All right?
I ain't afraid of work. I ain't afraid of play. I ain't afraid to get the job done and do it my own damn way. I ain't afraid of life. Times like this. If you mess with my freedom, I'll tell you just what you can kiss. That's right.
First things first, guys, thanks a lot for joining me here on the Stoney Ridge Farm channel. I know you've got other choices of things to watch on YouTube, and I'm glad you're here. So thank you so much. Pat yourself on the back for coming. Jump in, subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you back. So what we've got here is a Big Daddy NorthStar compressor setup. This is a gas-powered compressor setup. Awesome, awesome machine. I'm only running non-ethanol fuel in this machine. It's a small engine, but I do believe it will take, it is ethanol ready, I do believe. So before we even get into talking about this compressor and a bit of a review, we're just giving you an overview. I haven't used it, and you're gonna see it a lot more on the channel. What you have to think about when you're buying a compressor, what are you thinking about? You're thinking about a small compressor, you're just airing up basketballs and tires and stuff around your place. This is not the compressor for you. You probably want to go with a smaller compressor like a pancake compressor. This is the ultimate mobile compressor solution right here for you to mount either on a trailer or on your truck. If you've got anything from a lawn care business to a welding business to a business clearing land, a landscaping type business, anything and everything that you might need a mobile compressor, and you need a lot of air, okay? You need some airflow to blow your equipment off. You need airflow to run the tools. If you've got a mobile mechanic business, this is the machine for you guys. It's super, super cool. We'll give you a few specs on it, and we'll kind of get into the meat and potatoes. We've got to install our air hose hookups right here, and it comes kind of, I guess, ambidextrous. That's gonna be my word, ambidextrous. In other words, you can put any sort of air setup you want to put on the end of this thing right here. So specs on this machine. This is a heavy, heavy piece of equipment. This thing weighs at about 420 pounds. It has a 30-gallon air tank. It has a really, really awesome oil-filled pressure gauge right here, so it's gonna last a long time. This thing is designed to sit outside. It's also designed, you have a key start right here, and you can put a battery in here to start it without having to pull the cord, which would be super, super handy, especially if it's mounted up on like a work bed on a pickup truck. It has a 3-amp charging system, so it will recharge the battery. The max PSI is 175 PSI at 24.4 CFM. So that 24.4 is at 90 PSI. That's a lot of pressure and a lot of CFM. This is gonna run sandblasters. It's gonna run all sorts of equipment that you might need out on the road. So if you have a, I have a, what is it called? It uses walnut shell, walnut hulls, and it also uses baking soda. So it's a soda blaster. If you need a mobile soda blaster, this is the critter to use. This thing has a low shutoff, low oil shutoff. It is the Honda GX390. It is a big, powerful engine, and once we start it, we won't be able to talk. It's really, really loud, guys. This has a 2-stage cast iron pump right here, so it's set up for long life. It has the easy start valve on here. So there's a little valve right there. We flip it down and it takes the load off of the engine when you first start it up. It's pretty cool. We'll actually flip it up and we'll pull that. That way we don't have any load on the engine, and then when we're ready, we flip it down and it starts pumping up with air. First thing this thing is gonna do is pump itself up. It's gonna fill itself up with air, and then it's gonna idle down. You'll hear that here in just a second. Really, really awesome. This thing has Swedish floating valves on it. They're steel floating valves that engage and disengage the compressor part right here, and it's got a 4-year warranty on it, so really, really cool. I think there's an extra part when you go to Northern Tool. I'll post a link to this down in the video description, but when you go to Northern Tool, I think that there is a special part you can buy, a kit you can buy, which will extend your warranty by a year. That's really, really neat. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and install the connector ends on the back side of this compressor. It has air in it right now, and I'm gonna bleed all the air off before we do this because air pressure can be extremely dangerous, guys. So be sure you use safe practices when handling anything with air pressure. This stuff is dangerous and it can kill you, so be safe. Before we get started, we're gonna show you this kit right here because this kit is important. We're gonna need some tools out of this toolkit. I did have to reduce this, so this comes out as a 3/4 NPT or pipe thread, and I had to reduce it down to 1/4 inch in order to install the air hose hookup. So what I did is I stepped it down from 3/4 to half, and from half to 1/4 right here. And we're gonna use some Teflon tape, which comes in this awesome kit. So we gotta go from a 3/4 inch valve down to half and down to 1/4 so that we can get this critter. This is the entire setup right here. This is all gonna go right into here, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. Now, how many times have you needed to run 2 air implements? In other words, 2 nailers or something like that. If you're out here doing a roofing job or something like that, or doing a framing job, that's what we're gonna use this for, because we're not gonna have electricity everywhere we go. You're gonna need 2 outlets for air. So we're also gonna be installing this critter right here. It has swivels on the end, and that way we can go from a single air fitting to double right there. Awesome. Got to put our Teflon tape on first. Probably don't even need to do Teflon tape, but it's in the air apparatus, so better safe than sorry. These are tapered threads, I do believe. Screw that guy in here. Oh, I did it right. Good deal. And then we'll do it on the air fitting right here. Be sure you don't get any of the Teflon tape over the hole right here, because if you do, you'll blow it right through your tool and you can risk damaging your air tools. Lubrication is the lifeblood of your air tool, so be sure you're dropping a little bit of lube in there, and be sure that you drain your compressor from time to time. Even a daily drain would be good in order to get all of the moisture out of it, because this thing will rust out in the inside. Compressor is going to be drawing too much humidity through it, and it's going to wear out your tools and wear out your compressor too fast. So we'll get this guy going, and we're going to go ahead and bleed off some of this air pressure. We've got about 110 PSI in here. Ooh, that thing is loud. Okay, so we got everything we need. We're gonna go ahead and screw this guy into place. I'm gonna take an adjustable wrench, and I'm just gonna start tightening down everything till it's all snug. Mount up our double, and we're ready to go. So without further ado, we're gonna fire this thing up. Now, I don't have the battery set up in place, so I'm just gonna turn the key to the on position, and I'm gonna pull the cord right here. I will turn the choke on, and we'll give her a tug. Should fire right up. Nice. Like I said, it's pretty loud. It's building up pressure right now. So did you hear that? It idles itself down, and it's blowing off the excess air right now through a valve system in here. So it'll idle itself down automatically when the air pressure reaches its max. And then it'll idle itself back up once it gets down to, I think, 120 PSI. Easy enough to shut off. All you do is just turn that little key right there, shuts her down. Or when you're done for the day, go ahead and just shut the fuel off and let it run dry of fuel. That's what I typically do with power equipment so that we don't get any kind of nasty corrosion inside the carburetor setup. So great tool so far. We're gonna go ahead and hook up an air tool and we're gonna see what kind of performance we get out of it. We're gonna show you guys these air tool kits too. Check this thing out. This swivel is awesome. You don't have to slide this back, you just pop it right in. First air tool, and I know it's the first air tool that I'm gonna use, is this awesome rotary sander. This thing is orbital sander from Clutch brand. Oh, got it turned on. There we go. Oh, daddy likey. Nice, man. How much easier is this gonna be rather than using that piece of junk sander that I've been using for so long? I'm tempted to slap one of these little sanding. Yeah. Let me do my nails. All right, let's play with some other tools. So let's take a closer look at this kit right here. First things first, this is the Clutch sander that we're using, a 5-inch orbital sander. I'm gonna post links to all this stuff down in the video description for you guys. Set that guy to the side, we'll open up this kit, and this kit is full loaded with all kinds of goodies, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm gonna say this kit has 80 something tools in it, man. It's super, super cool. And you've got impacts right here too. So nice to have another portable impact set to take with us. I'm pretty excited about the cutting tools that we'll be using for the restoration of the Willis Jeep. As soon as we can get the Mega Shop built, let's see what this thing sounds like. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, daddy likey. I'll have to turn that thing down. Nice. Well, everything pretty much comes just about pre-assembled, ready to rock and roll. Everybody's favorite NASCAR noise right here. I don't have anything to work on right now. I wish I had something to work on. I had a wheel to pull or something. Look at this guy. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Awesome kit, guys. I'll post a link down in the video description for you guys. Plus, you've got a tire gauge to fill up your tires. This will come in super, super handy when we go to fill up a tractor tire because we need some air to fill up a tractor tire. Awesome. Well, guys, that concludes this Tool Tuesday for the Stoney Ridge Farmer this week. Be sure you post a comment down there. Let me know what you think about this compressor. This thing is super, super awesome. It's gonna come in really handy here on the farm. I'm not sure what pickup truck I'm gonna mount it to or whether I'm gonna mount it to a trailer. I've got a trailer with a welder and plasma cutter and everything already mounted to it. So I think this is gonna go on that trailer. So we got a mobile welding, cutting, airing up, awesome setup. So cool, guys. Thanks a lot for joining me here on the Stoney Ridge Farm. Stay tuned for the Mega Shop and be sure you tune in to the next Tool Tuesday here on the Stoney Ridge Farm. Post a comment down there and you'll be entered to win a Northern Tool gift card. Awesome. See you next time on the Stoney Ridge. Woo!
Come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge.
Oh, daddy likey. Josh, Stoney Ridge Farm. Whee! Can't find stuff cause the shop is a mess. I've got a dirty shop. Hey, a dirty, dirty, dirty shop. Yeah, tripod's too high. It's a high pod, not a tripod. Man, a lot of science goes into this, folks. You just don't see it. The camera needs to be level. It can't be cocked. Oh, you falling. Don't you fall out. Where'd you come from, little buddy? Awesome, gigantic, don't have the specs in my hand, forgot them. Compressor. Get it together. Video is brought to you. Live what you made. Homie, what you made. It's a cutter. It's a cutter. It won't come out. That's the kind of game we're gonna play? So that's the kind of game we're gonna play, eh? Oh, life is fun. Hopefully that was a good Tool Tuesday. I enjoyed it.